Teachers, this is a follow-up video to the one on how to create groups for second semester that you should be receiving from curriculum. If you haven't already, I would check and see, make sure it's not in your email, the link. But this is a follow-up. And in this video, we're going to go over how you can keep from having duplicate courses on a student's course list. I know we had a little bit of an issue with that at the very beginning last semester, but it seemed to resolve itself. But I want to go over a quick way that you can avoid that for any of your groups. So in the previous video, I created my group in my school online, which is called MSO Geometry Second Semester. I added my students, and then I clicked here and I enrolled in a course. Now again, you only want to do this one time, and it's going to get everybody who's currently in this group. After that, you have to add individually, which I did for Eric Mitchell. I clicked his name, I went up here and hit add course, and then added the Geometry B for him. That way, I did not have a duplicate. So I'm going to go through two scenarios of what could happen if you receive students after that first day of the semester, after you have added the course to your group, that initial add, what you should do when you get that you've got a new student. I'm going to show you two different scenarios. I'm going to start by adding a new student to my group by the name of Liz Bears. Liz noticed that she was not. If you get this blank because there's nobody there, there's a couple of things three things I want you to think about. Number one is check filters to make sure you have students with secondary access checked. And also, make sure your group is not showing up here, because if it is, and you're trying to find somebody not in your group, they will not show up. So if I get rid of this, then I get Liz. Now, if you get a student that you have been told is going to be into your class, and they are not showing in My School Online, but they're showing in your gradebook, that's an email to me, mcsweenb@okaloosaschools.com, and I can see what the issue is. Most of the time I can resolve it in a matter of minutes. But if they do not show up when you receive that a student is in your class and you see them in your gradebook, but they're not showing in My School Online, and you've checked the filters and you've made sure your group is not open, then yes, that's an email to me. But Liz is showing up, so I want to add her to my group. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to Add to Group. And there's my Geometry Second Semester. Hit the plus symbol. Now I want to make sure she's there. Now sometimes this is not instantaneous, so you might have to hit refresh a couple of times. But sometimes it's fairly quick, and it did it this time. Now I can't do this anymore. I can't enroll classes because that would give Bill, Dustin, Brandon, Eric, and Dushka a second geometry class. So I need to click on Liz's name. Now when I do this, for example, Liz probably came from a brick and mortar class where they were using the non-CR version during their class. Well, since she's going to be in My School Online Geometry B, she doesn't need this anymore. So I'm going to click the edit circle next there, and I'm going to click disable. Reason, moved to MSO. Click OK. And you see now she does not have that course. So now I need to add the course to her. So I'm going to go add course. And I know I'm looking for math. And there's Geometry B. And I go down here and I click Add Selected Course, Submit, back to her courses, and now you see Geometry B is there. It's not doubled, and the non-CR course has been removed. All right, so that's one way to do it. Let's say I get another student, and this student has the strange first name of Doctor. See what I forgot? I forgot to remove my MSO geometry. So it's very easy to do, but it's also easy to find if you accidentally forget to click the X. And there's Dr. Driver right there. I'm going to add him to my group by clicking the square there and going to Add to Group, Geometry Second Semester, and plus, and he's now there. So I'm going to go look in my group. And he's not there yet. So remember I said it doesn't quite always take instantaneously. You might have to there we go. You might have to hit the refresh, but there he is right there. And now, again, I cannot enroll in course because I've already done this for my group. So I click on his name. He already has the MSO course, and it's the correct course. You may see this at the beginning of the semester as we try to level courses so that teachers have the appropriate number of students in their classes. This is one way, again, to not duplicate classes. Always check. And if they're already in the correct class, you don't have to do anything. They're in your group. So that class is now associated with that student in your group. So you do not have to add a second Geometry B. All right. So in this video, I've shown you 2 different ways to avoid duplicating courses and what to do when students come into your course who might have either the non-CR version or were moved from one teacher to another due to leveling, so that we do not have students entering and working on the incorrect course. All right, thank you very much and have a great day.